The battle of the division leaders continues at Newman Outdoor Field tonight. The FM Redhawks hosting the Chicago Dogs, the top team in the Eastern Conference, as their series rolls on. Another fight between two of the top teams in the American Association. The Redhawks look for their second win in a row in their series against the Dogs tonight, and a rough top of the first stalled those efforts early. An RBI single into left field by Stevie Wilkerson gets the Dogs cooking. Their third hit with just one out on the board. With the Dogs threatening to add to their lead, Kevin McGovern's early inning struggles were put to bed with this sly strikeout, closing the damage with just one run allowed. We move to the bottom of the first, where the veteran infielder Leo Pena singles off the dirt to send Evan Alexander back home, wiping the goose egg off the scoreboard for the Redhawks. Evan's fist bump, a good sign here as Reimer Liriano aims for the same spot in left field, and he's going to get the same result. John Silviano trots his way home to sling the Redhawks out in front, highlighted by a Liriano celebration. There it is. This one, another absolute battle between these two teams. We are tied at 3 after 9 innings of play. We're in the 10th right now. The Dogs currently have a runner on second base. The Hawks had a late one-run lead, with the Dogs tying things up in the top of the 8th inning. The Hawks now look to take care of business in extra innings, looking for their second consecutive tight win over Chicago. The Minnesota Twins looking to get back in the win column against their AL Central rivals tonight, the Chicago White Sox. But for the second consecutive day, it's the White Sox invading Target Field and leaving with the victory. 6-2 the final tonight. Minnesota's now lost 3 games in a row against the White Sox and have dropped 3 of their last 4 games overall. The loss drops the Twins down to 49-43. They're only 2 games ahead of the Cleveland Guardians in the AL Central standings. And development camp is in the books for the Minnesota Wild. Some of their top prospects were in action in front of team officials this week. They wrapped things up with a 3-on-3 tournament, showing how these players handle a competitive atmosphere at the professional level. Players involved are relishing this development camp experience.
I think that's what the development staff wants. Obviously you work your bag off and you try and, prove yourself and stuff like that. But I think it's also important to have fun and, just create relationships with the other players that, you might not have met. And I think that's kind of the biggest focus that I've taken towards it.
Time will tell a little bit now to see where these players land on the roster, but we'll figure that out as the offseason continues.
We'll get there.
Exactly. We'll get there when we get there.
When we get there.
It's a journey, Justin.
Thanks, Devin. Stick around.